The problem with the disconnect with a lot of these older dudes, older black men, and a lot of these younger black men is they don't understand. We've been talking about this for YouTube 1.0, the first iteration of YouTube up until now. We've been talking about how a lot of black men have abandoned the church. I don't really see too many videos of people talking about this, but this is still an ongoing problem for people who still believe in that religion. I don't. I am not a Christian. So this is still an ongoing problem. You know, uh, a lot of black men have and are continuing to walk away from church because church that believes in Jeebus is a very, very another matriarchal and failed institution. It really is. It's a failed institution. It's been failed for a long time, and a lot of black men, like myself, have realized that, we don't belong there. It's a scam. There's a lot of, well, there is a pecking order when it comes to the church. There's a pecking order. It's like, the pastor is running the show and whatnot, and that pastor is he's getting the most of the money and the most of the whatever they give them. Like some of these churches will raise money for the pastor's new car and the pastor and the first lady's vacation and all of this stuff, man. It's like it's all about money. And this is what a lot of these younger black males begin to realize, that a lot of the black church, it's all about money, and it's all about the pastor and the co-pastor, which you would call the deacon. It's all about them getting the money, and it's all about them fucking a lot of women. This is what it's been in a lot of these churches. There has not been a real church in a long time. In a long time. This old time uh uh how can you call it, setup, it's been going on for a long time. It's going to continue for a long time. We just sat here and we witnessed TD Jakes, and what did they say? 35 other pastors that recently stepped down because they were caught in a Diddy party. You see what I'm saying? These guys have been the liars and the snakes and the scumbags in the black community for a long time. Those of us who've been stopped going to these buildings, we are looked upon as the outcast or whatever. They used to have, the JWs been gave up on public preaching. I haven't seen them in years. And you don't even see all these other regular churches in my area doing any revivals because I think probably nobody goes anymore. Like, I'm not interested in that stuff. So I'm pretty sure that the hustle is coming to an end. I'm pretty sure that a lot of black men have walked away, and they are continuing to walk away, and they no longer participate in these institutions anymore. So this is the problem of the non-affiliated black man. How would a black man normally get a wife? Whatever, he would get a wife through church. So if you're no longer going to church, you are not going to be getting a wife from that avenue, right? And something else that I knew the last time I went, this is a long time ago. This was when uh, I had a black female co-worker that I was very attracted to. She was very, very beautiful. And I didn't know who I was back then. I forget how old I was. And in my 30s, I think me and my son's mother broke up. I can't remember time a lot of times. But I really don't think about my past. And there was a beautiful, but she had one daughter. I had a son, just a son around that time. And me and her were kicking it. And I told her I liked her. And she said, "Well, if you want to date me, you have to go to my church." And I was like, "Really? Come on now. What does, you know?" Okay, I went to one meeting. She was there, and she was like, kind of like showing everybody, "That's the guy that I told y'all about. He likes me." And then everybody was like, "Hi, how are you? Hi." Like they all knew who I was. And then I got the feeling because the pastor was like, "How are you, young man?" And then it was like it was like, how can you put it, like, welcome to the cult slash club. I felt like they were grooming me to stay there, to keep coming, and then to give money to the pastor. This is all about, man. It's man worship. That's exactly what it is. So when you are a non-affiliated black man, eventually, same thing. Let's just say Islam. Maybe you were raised in it, but you just don't believe in it. You don't really believe in any sort of religion, and you become non-affiliated to anything. So you just become like a solitary kind of a guy. And you see, like, even in the church, there's baby momism. There's a lot of that in the church, right? And in the Nation of Islam, well, not Nation of Islam, Islam period, excuse me. I knew a few Muslim women who were playing loose, you know what I'm saying? Secret drinkers. They're not supposed to drink alcohol. And then having sex with men they weren't married to. It's you can find a lot of these things if you know a lot of people and if you've been a lot of places like I've been, right? So, which leads me to this video right here. It's like this woman, a black woman, she's stealing from a store. She's going on and on about how she's 26. She has two kids. And every single time she got arrested for shoplifting, every single time I have kids, I have to call my mother. It's the same shit. It doesn't matter what state. It doesn't matter how many videos that I watch. It's the same shit. It's kind of surreal. Like, if you could keep seeing these similar videos with similar outcomes, you're like, good Lord. Uh, uh, if I can only have the same I don't know, luck when I play the lotto. Like, it's the same crap all the time. And if you are a young black man in your 30s, there is no way in hell that you are dating anything like this. There is no, listen, even if some of you, if you do not have a father, I'm your uncle. There's no fucking way, brother. There's no fucking way, sir. There's no fucking way, nephew. Do you end up with a fucking single mom like I did with that other video? There's no way in hell, sir. You don't do this. You are better than this. You don't have to fall for this. If nobody's ever told you this, I'm telling you this. Don't do it this. Don't do this. I'm sick and tired of this shit. I really am. I'm sick of that last video. I was really angry when I made that. I am tired of dudes falling for fucking trash like this. I really am. You know, I saw my son closing out. We are still not speaking because of his mother and you know, in interfering and all of this you know, her own version of parental alienation. Some of these black women, they cannot get over the fact that you left them. They cannot get over this shit. So now they want to still poison the relationship between you and your son. It's just fucking pathetic. It really is. You know, that was the first time we weren't talking. And you know what? I told him the second time around, dude. If you walk away from me again, you stay the fuck out there because I'm tired of this. You come in, you come out. You come in, you come out. Go fuck yourself. Go stay out there. So I remember this was 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. He wasn't talking to me again. He gets in these little snippy little moods. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And I saw him with his little black girlfriend. You know, he was at my local store, and he didn't see me. He got out of the car, and you know she's some black girl with a fucking infant. You know, you know, I shouldn't say fucking infant. With a beautiful chocolate baby daughter, and I was just looking at my son like, "Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious?" This is when me and him weren't talking. Like we're still not fucking talking. And then when we, you know, we did manage to talk. I was like, "What the fuck was you doing with that girl, man?" And he was like. Dad, there's not that much out here. All these women. He still doesn't have a kid. All these women out here, are baby mamas. Well, guess what? Get your fucking passport, become a passport bro, and fucking leave. Don't fall for this shit out here, man. I'm tired of it. I really am. I really you cannot you know this whole thing. Umar Johnson, the man who never lives his own advice. We have to be loyal to them when they are never loyal to us. Never, never, and they're getting worse and just horrible. This video here, you just need to watch it, man. All you young black men that don't have any kids, you don't end up with shit like this. You do not end up with shit like this.